People. Que pasa, sac passe, what they do. Welcome to Jamaica Dancehall Source, your source for dancehall and our entertainment and news. Now, people, we see that the JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force, they are on their ad campaign once again. And people, they are using social media, and people, they are using some very creative way to get their point across. Now we saw that back on Valentine's Day, they made an ad and they said, listen, if you have a boyfriend and the boyfriend is a gunman, the best way to show love to yourself and your country, call the popo to come and pick up, come and stick up, come and take out that misery out of your life. Because the essence of what they were saying is that more than likely it is going to lead to your demise or you getting locked up. So people, it seems as if with the high price of gas and all sorts of stuff going on over so with them two countries, Mr. Putin or whatever I'm named and the next one, they are back at it once again, meaning the JCF, and they put out a next ad on social media, and basically this is what it says. Gas price gone up and you get anxiety on your way to the gas station. Then you remember that there's a rifle buried in your neighbor's backyard and it could be worth $500,000. Give up the rifle and fill up your tank. Nobody has to know. Call Crime Stop 311. So people, basically they are telling you, listen, we know that persons are concerned right now. We know that money is tight. We know that every time you see the tank, the gas tank or the gas station, or you look at that needle in your car and you see the bright yellow look like it want to turn red, you get a panic attack, you get anxiety attack. However, you could solve that problem if you just call 311 Crime Stop, call the nearest power station, call that specialized unit and tell them, say, listen, me have a neighbor, he is not the most honest, legal, law-abiding, tax-paying citizen in the country. He might be associated with a couple of robberies, a couple of pie, a couple of people losing their life. I know exactly where he hid or hid that tool. For example, a rifle, because the other day we saw that the government of Jamaica, the relevant authority, they said that they are paying $250,000 upwards of $500,000 for the tall-up. So therefore, the tall-up have price on it. So therefore, the tall-up is in more demand because it can do more damage. So people, there is nothing wrong with this. And people, let me make this very clear. If you are a gangster, if you are associated with any sorts of gangsterism, if you are the beneficiary of crime, the proceeds of crime, then more than likely this ad don't apply to you, because more than likely you are not going to do it anyway because you are brainwashed, because you are facilitating the FUCKRY. However, if you're a legal, law-abiding, decent, morally ethical person in a society, and your sister, listen, things kind of tight. May I try gas up the yang, or may I try gas up the little teeter, whatever the case is. You know, so I can call 311 and I can make a big food and nobody has to know. So therefore, people, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to make these hoodlums cause all sorts of chaos and catastrophe in your neighborhood? Or are you going to do your civic duty? Because people, remember, you cannot be a snitch if you are not a part of any sorts of crime syndicate. If you are not a part of any sorts of criminal activity, you are doing what is morally and ethically right. So people, is this going to work? Is it working? We see that it has been paying dividends because we see that of lately, 2022, the poor miraculously have been finding a whole lot of tool there's been a whole lot of seizures at the wharf, Kingston and Montego Bay. So people, apparently, this social media thing, it is working. However, people, the truth and the fact is that we need all hands on deck. We need everybody, all these legal, law-abiding people that want better for their community, to rid these places of these tools, and most importantly, rid these places of these menace to society, point blank and period. Now, before I move to the next part of my video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. The next thing that is popping in the news is an update about that 15-year-old Papine High student that was taken out on Ligani Avenue less than 24 to 48 hours ago. For those of you that don't know, this little youth was on his way to school, maybe about 11:20 a.m. when he was attacked by what the Popo said was a man. There was some sort of struggle for a cell phone, and then he was cornered up during the struggle. He lost his life on the spot. A passerby, a driver, saw him on the ground, went over to the body. He was unresponsive. They took him to the University of the West Indies Hospital. However, he was pronounced at that place. Now people, after that incident, within a couple of hours, it is said that the Popo found a suspect. Suspect was taken into custody. Now people, what is even more disturbing is that this suspect was 16. So the youth that lost his life because of his phone was 15. The suspect, 16-year-old. Remember, less than 24 hours before that, a student at William Nib, he lost his life over some sort of gathering. He was juk up by an ex-student. Now people, what is even more disturbing about this is that, based on what the Popo is saying, it is that the youth that did this, there's a bunch of young youths that goes to some sort of school for bad picnic. They've been roaming all over the neighborhood. The neighbors make all sorts of reports to the Popo. Nothing was done. So people, isn't it kind of sad the way Jamaica is? Jamaica is always reactive instead of proactive. So therefore, when the neighbors made a complaint that, listen, you have some little riff-raff in the neighborhood, more than likely they've been robbing, harassing, causing all sorts of problems in the neighborhood. And people, if you saw the video, it was a decent neighborhood. And then this little youth have to lose him life before the Popo react. When the incident occurred, I said to myself, wow, within a couple of hours, they knew exactly who it was. However, people, they knew because they've been getting the complaints. Now, people, I don't want to blame the Popo and say the Popo caused all of this, because the truth and the fact is that the parents, the mother and the father, whoever the legal guardian for those picnic are, they are the ones that are responsible for how those picnic act. However, if the Popo were doing their job, they would have gotten these persons off of the street and get them back in some sort of facility where they belong. Because obviously, whatever school they were going, they were not rehabilitated, they were not reformed. So therefore, I say this to say that some people are beyond repair. Some people you should not give a second chance in a life. Some people are meant to be institutionalized, and people, in the case of this 16-year-old, it seems as if that is the case. So people, when the mother spoke, you could feel the pain in the mother, because she said that this youth is a quiet youth. This youth don't even talk to people. This youth don't keep any sorts of friend. So pretty much all this youth does is that he goes to his room, he studies, he's on YouTube. He does not give anybody any sorts of trouble at the home, at the school. However, people, it would take a riff-raff, somebody whose family, somebody whose mother or father was not doing their job, somebody who had this youth in some sort of dysfunctional home. And people, let me say this once again, Sometimes you could do everything that you could as a parent, and that child is just bad beyond repair. So therefore, you cannot change them because them spoiled and them bad and them rotten. So people, like me say, it seems as if since the start of the school year, a whole lot of youths are losing their life. A whole lot of youths are losing their life to the kitchen utensil or even the tool. A whole lot of fight have broke out all over school. People, Jamaica is suffering from what we call an anger management problem. And until they get the proper intervention, until them get some sort of therapy, people, it is going to continue. And worse, it is only going to get from bad to worse, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.